I am live. Hello. Hi, guys. Where are we? 4 people. Hello, 4 people. Tell me who you are. Show yourselves. My mom, Muriel, Lisa. Muriel, it was so nice to watch you in your video a while ago on Facebook today. Oh, thanks, Muriel. Oh, good Lord. I hear the children. They're too close for comfort. But Mike will prevent them all from coming down here. I was going to do the wig tonight. I was feeling kind of wiggish. And then I said, no, it was hot. It was hot. It was very hot, messy. And now the wig went from looking like a really good wig that I could do something with to just like a scary Halloween costume of a mess. Hello, babe. Mike. Hi, Dave. How are you, buddy? I'm just going to take some water. Oh, my goodness. It is very warm down here. I'm going to need to do something about that because it is warm. How is everybody's day? How's everybody doing? Let's get a little temperature of the group and see. Oh, my hair's sticking to my back. Doing good, thanks. You? Yeah. In this moment right now, I'm well. I have to tell you, I was really looking forward to tonight and to coming on and to just laughing with you guys. And, you know, it's so funny. Wait, Lisa says, okay, not feeling good. I had a bad headache. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa. Make sure you hydrate, okay? Make sure you hydrate. Water, water, water is super important. A lot of times when I am not hydrated enough, I will get very headachy. So I don't know if you're doing good, you're doing well drinking water, but make sure you get that in. What I was saying is that it's so funny because I know I don't get to hear all of y'all voices or see your faces or anything like that. But I feel like when I look forward to this, like I could picture who you are and us laughing together. And meanwhile, it's just me talking to myself and hopefully people responding. Mom says having my chocolate shake. Mom, aren't you sick? Aren't you sick of the chocolate shakes? Maybe change it up. Have a strawberry shake. I don't know. Oh, Mom, you don't have to get into it here, but let's talk either later or tomorrow morning. I want to know how the dentist went. Absolutely. But yeah, so today, just like, what in the heck was that? What happened to my light? Wait a minute. Oh, how sad. Did it unplug itself? I'm sorry. Oh, I think it just burned out. Whatever. All right. Dark light. Anywho, what was I saying? Today, I think that's what I was saying. Today was the last day of school, and I was on here before talking about how it was super like bittersweet. We met the class. I hear heavy footsteps. I think that's Mike probably checking the light. We met up with the class in the parking lot, saw Riley's teacher. Hey, everybody, bye! Exchanging end of year gifts. But it was so bittersweet. It really it hit Riley hard. It hit me too. Got in the car and we both we just feed off each other's emotional disasterness. Lisa says fruit smoothies are good. Yes, fruit smoothies are good. I love frozen blueberries. I do frozen blueberries, a banana, some greens. I'll throw in like spinach or kale in there, just for good measure. And a thing, like a dollop of natural peanut butter. Here he comes. Here comes my lights and audio guy. Some cinnamon, really delicious. I don't know what happened. It blew out because it's not unplugged.
It's not good. This is a brand new light.
I know. Somehow. Mom says, yes, but you never sent me those the recipes. I never sent you the smoothie. Oh, what was wrong? The smoothie recipes. You're right. I'm sorry. Huh? You don't know. Okay. Thank you. You're the best. Let there be light. Love it. Anybody else having another round of an allergy feeling? I had it all day today where I was like being all gross. I apologize. I know I have to send you what are you doing? No. We don't have to worry about shadows. I love my husband. No, I do. You know what it is? Because he's in the business, he's very like particular about audio and crackling and lighting and shadows. And I'm just like, can you hear me? Do I look semi-normal? I'm good to go. But I forgot he's a perfectionist. Yes. Okay, good. But yeah, I went, you are too with the allergies. Is that what that is? I went this morning for a really nice, I'm sorry, I'm shedding again, a really nice long bike ride in the preserve around here with a friend of mine, Amanda, who hopefully she'll be here. And the whole way I was like, I can't stand that. It's been raining here for days. So tired of it. I know, Mama, I'm sorry. Mom's in North Carolina. Lots of rain. Oh, Mom and people, all y'all, listen to this. So, I got my bike. I got my bike like a week ago, I think. I mean, true, Dave. This is true. If Mike wants to adjust your lighting, I think he knows a little something about that. I mean, perhaps one could even say he's won a few awards for things like this. I get it. I'm just like, I don't care. Let's go. But yes, I should probably listen to him. All right, Dave, don't gang up on me. Okay, so I got the bike last week and I was like, I don't feel comfortable riding the bike unless I have a helmet. Some of my friends and husband mocked me a little bit. I also wanted to get this band that had like my emergency contact information on it because again, I think part of it is my anxiety. I always live in that world of something terrible is going to happen. Arnie! Hello, dear. So I did some bike rides locally without the helmet and without the band saying, if lost, please return to. And then I got my helmet. I got my helmet the other day. It's a rather stunning helmet, if I do say so myself. And I ordered my band that says my name and my husband's name and his phone number and my sister's name and phone number, because you don't know, right? I mean, you don't know and hopefully nothing happens, but if it ever did, thank you, Muriel. I'd like to think I'm prepared. Okay. So my friend Amanda, she's not here yet. We go this morning, we go to the preserve and there's like a backup of cars on their side street. I'm like, what is happening? And we get closer and we see a bike laid out in the street, guys. And thankfully the woman who was hit, she was sitting on the sidewalk, like on the curb, and you could tell like she was hurt. And when you look at the front of the car that hit her, there was like significant damage. So it wasn't like just a hit and fall. It was like, it was a hit. And I heard the guy telling another guy, I didn't see her because of the glare. I didn't see her. I didn't see the glare was there. So all the people, none of y'all are here. I don't think any of y'all are here, but my sister, of course, she's not here. The people that mocked me, Amanda, my sister, and Mike, for wanting a helmet, getting a helmet, and wearing said helmet, there you go. Because God forbid, all I'm saying is that the noggin will be protected and the return to sender info will be on my wrist. So there you go. Ernie, how are you doing? I have to give a little shout out and a thank you to my friend Ernie. I think she was okay, Lisa. I mean, by the time we finished our ride, the police were there. She was she was sitting upright on the curb, but still, I think you're supposed to wear a helmet. I think you're supposed to wear a helmet too, Dave. And I want to be a good example for the kids because we're constantly like, you got to wear your helmet. But some adults I know are like, I'm not wearing a helmet. I'm too cool for school. Guess what? I'm not too cool for school. I don't mind looking like, actually, I look like a professional biker, I will say, because I have my aerodynamic, not this one, but the bike helmet with like vents. And then I have Mike's sunglasses that like wrap. I look like a professional biker, people. I just want to say. My mom says, really? Now I'm going to worry about you more. I know. Sorry, Mommy. I never said no, you didn't. You never said that I shouldn't wear a helmet, correct? You just sort of mocked my helmet wearing, the wearing of said helmet. And okay, good, safety first. Yeah, so Ernie, I want to get back to you. Excuse me. And I want to say thank you to my friend Ernie. So Ernie has, excuse me, the allergy thing. Ernie has a YouTube channel. And on Sundays, Ernie does something really lovely where she picks a few different channels and she sort of like reviews them and puts them in the spotlight. It's like a Sunday shout out. And she picked my Just Breezy channel on Sunday and did a really lovely review of it. It wasn't just a quick, like, oh, there's this chick, Just Breezy. Like, it was a couple of minute long thing. And I got a bunch of subscribers from it. So thank you, Ernie. That was really, stop it. Yes, you did. I can't. Am I going to fight with you now in the comment section? You absolutely made fun of me because of my helmet. 100% you did. 100%. First it was you telling me you weren't going to wear a helmet for yourself. And I told you that if you go bike riding, I'd like you to wear a helmet to be a good example for the kids and for safety. And then I put my helmet on and you were like, oh, and then you mocked me before I got said helmet. And I know it was in jest. I know it was, joking around, but don't say you never did, because you did. You did. That was nice of you, Ernie. Wasn't it? That was really nice. So thank you. Ernie, if I ever do that type of a video, like shout out, I'm coming for you, girl. You and Ed. I'm coming for you. So yeah, I've missed you guys. I've been sort of like working on some ideas, and the last couple of times I came on here, I didn't quite have like the usual setup of questions and all that stuff because it was just things that I wanted to like chat about. But I have some questions for you tonight, and they're really random questions that I was just I'm like, oh, I like this one. I like that one. So when you think we're going in a direction, we kind of go into another one. So hold on tight. Okay. Well, this is a fun one. If you guys could get up on stage with any singer or any band ever created, like they could be living or dead, who would you get up on stage with to perform with? Not just to like stand up there and be like, oh, I'm up on stage with like Guns N' Roses, but like perform, whether you're singing, playing an instrument, whether you know how to or not. No talking about food. We're not talking about food tonight. There are no food questions as far as I know. But I'm curious, is there a singer or a band? The Beatles. Ooh. That's a good one, Dave. Would you do your hair like the Beatles? Would you get like Jason Aldean? Oh, that's a nice one. Would you get the Beatles haircut and the outfits? Oh, that would be so much fun. That would be so much fun. The Who. Who? Just kidding. I can't even picture. I know who the Who is. Am I wrong in thinking they sing that song? Is that the Who? Kenny Rogers, I know you did. Tanisha's in the house. What's up, Tanisha? Mira says John Bon Jovi. That would be a fun one. Tanisha, the question of the day is, or of the minute is, if you can get up on stage with any singer or any band, living, dead, past, current, whatever, who would you go and throw yourself up on stage with and rock out with? Dave says no, but the crowd would scream so loud they wouldn't be able to hear me sing. So there you go. That's true. I would be correct. Green Day. I didn't even think of them. Yes. I was actually listening to Green Day the other day during my power walk. So good. Oh, that's so good. I want to change my answer now. See, I was thinking I had two answers. One was, or My Chemical. That's a good one too. My Chemical Romance. Excuse me. One of mine was, seriously, where did my answer? Oh, Macklemore. I love him. I love Macklemore. And I think I've told you guys, Mike and I went to go see him in concert 2 summers ago, and it truly felt like we were on spring break. It was so much fun. And I would love to get up on stage with Macklemore and just like bust out some like rhymes and do my dance. Tanisha, my dance moves. Him and Beastie Boys, although I feel like I would get hurt, severely injured being on stage with Beastie Boys, but they just look like they have so much fun. That's what I'm saying. Pink. Oh, I love Pink. Pink puts on a good show. Oh, there's so many. Tanisha, that would be a lot of fun. I know. Thanks, Michael. Oh, Lord. Tanisha, it never fails. Whenever you are in a conversation, my dance moves always seem to come up. Always without fail. I love it. Okay. See, this is what I mean. This is just a random question. It has nothing to do with what I just said, but I saw this and I wrote it down. How many times do you wear a pair of pants before they go into the wash? Okay. The reason why I'm asking, I'm hot and I'm shedding. I'm sorry. Reason why I ask this is because I'm usually a one and done. I wear the pants, I put them in the hamper, and they go in 2 times. Okay. Mike definitely gets a few more wears out of his clothes than I do. I just feel, for me, I'm not talking about anybody else. I just feel like I just want them clean. Like, not that I'm like out in the garden doing things in like the pants all the time, but I just okay, yeah. Is it my phone or your sound making you sound like you're lisping? Do I sound like I'm lisping? Like I have a lisp? Mike says they're good as long as they're not standing up by themselves. This is true. When you walk into a room and can smell your pants from across the room, that's when you know they need to go in the wash. But yeah, I've always been a one and done type person. And I'm trying not to be, just because we have so, like, the laundry is bananas. But I know I'm having a hard time breaking that habit. So when I saw that question, I was like, I wonder what everybody else does. But that's a good rule of thumb. If they're not standing up by themselves, they're good. All right. I get you. What about people, anybody with kids here? I one and done their clothes all the time because usually they're pigs. Like I don't, I mean that, I mean that in the lovingness of ways, the nicest of ways, but the kids are pigs. Like, they go outside, they're in the dirt, they fall, they eat, and it's all over. So one and done with the kids' clothes. Mike says it all depends on the day. If it's a messy day, it's in right, but right. If it's a mellow day, I usually get a second day. Tanisha says, honestly, unless it was a hella hot day and the stop. Tanisha. Don't make me say things that are going to embarrass me. Woo! Tanisha making me blue. I think I'm calm now. Sorry. Okay. Oh no, not your bad. You liven it up. Liven it up, girl. Okay. I wonder what you're going to say for this one. What's one item that you cannot live without? Like, I can't live without this item. And I don't want to hear my family, love, support, none of that. I'm talking about like just things, like materialistic things that you're like, you know what, if I was truly that person stuck on a desert island, like I need this to either survive or just to feel human. I could say water, you know what I mean? Food. We all know that. Y'all need that to survive technically. But okay, phone, your phone. Ernie. Ask. I was thinking about this, and I know this is going to sound so boring. Your computer, my Nintendo Switch. There you go, Tanish. I am miserable without my moisturizer. So boring, but my face needs it. It just needs like moisture in the morning. And if I don't have it to put it on, it just feels like an itchy, dried up piece of cement. Isn't that lovely? So I'm going moisturizer. Like, yeah, my phone, but I feel like it might be a nice break without the phone, but without my moisturizer, I don't like who I am as a human being. I'll just say it. I just don't. Can't leave the house without your makeup on. That's funny because I have felt like that for a very long time, Lisa, because without, like right now, I have some coverage on, and without it, I have very red, broken blood vessels on my face. And I used to be super self-conscious about it. And then I got to the point where I was just like, if I don't really need it per se, like for work or whatever, I'm like, meh. But my mascara, I really like, yeah, no, Tanish, he's right. Mike has, and babe, I'm going to embarrass you a little bit, but that's okay. When we go in the car, if Mike doesn't have his gum, and it's not even that he doesn't have halitosis, bad breath, anything like that. He's just, excuse me, the type of guy that after he eats a meal, he needs to put a piece of gum in his mouth. So if we're in the car and we're going somewhere and he looks in the glove compartment and the gum isn't there, panties get up in a wad, right? A bunch. Panties get up in a bunch. He's like, what? Where's my gum? I don't have the gum. And I'm like, dear Lord, here we go with the gum. My mom says, I don't really wear makeup. Don't like it. Yeah. That's me. There you go, Tanish. Yeah, I like makeup. I don't really know how to do it per se, but I like it. But I do like, taking a break from Edward. I don't even know if people call you Edward. Hey, Ed. Hello, Bree, Michael, and all the live participants. Hello, Ed. That was a very nice greeting. God forbid the food had garlic. This is true. This is true. Ed, we were just talking about what is the one item that you can't live without? Like you're stuck somewhere in isolation. I'm picturing like just stereotypical like desert island. What's the one thing you can't live without? A lot of people said phone. My husband is gum, and I'm moisturizer. I need moisturizer. Ernie says I only wear makeup when role playing. Hey, but I seem to keep my Fitbit on. What? I love you. Now I have follow-up questions to that. I have follow-up questions to that statement, Ernie. Exactly, Tisha. Love the hee-haw hat, Brie. Thanks, Ed. Ed, let's do a swap. Ed did a video the other day, and he had on this hat, and I love the hat. It's like a, Ed, would you call it a fisherman hat? Is that what it's called? Like one of those, like, where are my words? Please help me with my vocabulary. Like army green, right? Like khaki green. I don't know what I'm saying. And it's like circle. You wore a circle. It just looked cool. It was like this vintagey, broken in, like really cool hat. And I think it was like a fisherman's hat because it looked like something you could put like those things. I have no vocabulary. I have no sense of vocabulary right now. Bucket hat? Is that what it was, Ed? Was it a bucket hat? I feel like I need to look up Ed's channel and show you because I loved it. He has a fishing hat that he works in. Okay, that's what it was. It was the fishing hat. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Putting that on my list of must-haves because it was great. Oh, here we go. This is a question that kind of follows up on Ernie's statement. Are you naughty or nice? And you can interpret that however the hell all y'all dirty little minds will interpret it. But are you somebody that like you think people or yourself would describe as being more naughty or nice? But I love Western hats. I have 5. Ooh, that's fun. Muriel says, I'm nice. Ed says, hello, Sharon. Hi, Dave. Hello, Tanisha. No comment, mother. Dave is nice. Tanisha says, I'm a dick. But you're a nice dick. You know what, Tanisha? You know what I love about you? You're very self-aware. You're very self-aware. You know who else I would describe like that? Our buddy Scott. The nicest D. Not that that came out weird. He could be a D. He could be a dick sometimes, but the nicest one ever. But it just sounds weird now that I'm saying that about a guy. Oh, you know what I mean. Lisa says nice. Ed says makeup might be the only thing Ernie wears when role playing, but we won't go there right now. Oh, Ernie's already gone there. She already has the whole visual out there. Makeup, Fitbit, and a cowgirl hat, and she's good to go. Giddy up. I can't. Mike says, I'd say nice, but I could get naughty if necessary. This is true. And I'm not talking about anything kinky or dirty, Mom, so you don't have to close your ears. Yeah, totally. Yeah, right. Totally. I would say I'm nice. I would say I'm nice. I'm not even thinking kinky naughty, but I could definitely get fiery. Right, Michael? I could definitely get fiery. Like sometimes I kind of like, and then I get a little fiery. Um, ooh, how about this one? Would you rather be able to change your future? Is that what it is? Change your future or change the future? Right? Change the future or change the past? I feel like that's a really loaded question. Think about that. My spicy wife. Oh, yes, spicy. No, but think about that because if it's either my future or the future, so the future for everyone, or my past or the past, I'm going to talk it out while you guys think. I am, let's see. I don't know that I'd want to change the past because I like where I'm at right now. And I'm somebody that believes that like every step you've taken in life brings you to where you are. Like it's just where you are is where you are because of all the trials and tribulations you went through. And then in order to change the past, that means you'd have to know what was happening because why would you want to change something if you're not sure what you're changing? I don't know if I like this question. This is a little all over the place for me. Serious, Bree has made me double take. I've made you double take. What do you mean, Tanish? Do tell. Muriel says I would change the past. Yeah, you know what? As long as it's not like an all or not, like if I could change some things of the past without it really, no. See, this how my armpit? Yeah, they're okay. You would change the past, the past. Dave says, well, if you change the past, in theory, you change the future. Yeah, that's what I'm sort of thinking in my mind too. Mike says, I changed the future. I don't like to second guess what I've done. Oh, if I'd know the future, maybe. Jax, hey, Jackie. It is a tough question, right? That really is. It's not a very easy one. True, Dave. Yep. Tanisha said, I'd probably change my past. I probably would choose that. Though I choose change the past, I'd probably still go 70% of my decisions. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because when I think about my past, parts of it that like my knee-jerk reaction be like, oh, I'd like to change that. But then I feel like it's those things that I feel like I'd want to change. Those are actually the things that made me stronger and made me have more to my character and made me have more decisiveness with like what I want and who I want in my life, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like if my past was all like roses and puppy dogs and rainbows, I don't know that I'd have the certain depth on certain situations and, you know, passions that mean things to me as much. I think. Crap. And you got to pick one. I don't know. I don't know. I'm pleading the fifth on it. I can't figure that one out. Not the pest, because I wouldn't have you guys or my grandkids. This is true, right? You don't know what you change and how you screw that all up. Hello, Brianna, everyone. Hello, Jackie. It's so funny. If we change it, this is true, right? If we change the past, we might not be together. No, it's funny. Somebody watched a video on my my YouTube channel, on this channel, and it was the one I did about explaining the pandemic to my past self. And some of the comments are so funny. They're like, you gave too much information to your past self. Oh, you said you couldn't say too much. Then you said too much. And I'm like, well, thank goodness this is only a video and I didn't actually disrupt the butterfly effect. Like, calm down, people. Holy Hannah. Jack said exactly as you said, things happen for a reason and define you. Yes. And changing anything from the past would change too much. Yeah. The movie, The Butterfly Effect. That was a crazy movie. Love me some Ashton Kutcher, but that was a crazy movie. Yeah. No, it's, you know, it's true. It is true because there was a time in my life where I would definitely be like, oh, I would totally change that. But you know, it's funny. Sometimes I sit there and I'm like, what do I believe in? You know, as far as not so much social issues and where I stand on like certain issues, but bigger things, you know, faith and all of that. And I don't want to get into that too much, but I try to think like, all right, where do I really stand in my beliefs? And one thing that I truly believe, I I firmly believe that everything that you go through in life brings you to exactly where you are. And like I said, I like where I'm at right now. Could things be better? 100%. Everybody could always say that, but I like who's in my life. I like the direction I'm going in, the goals I have in my mind. And I truly feel like every little thing kind of sets you on that course for that. You can make decisions. You go left, go right, and brings you on a different path. But yeah, I don't know. That's a deep question. How about this one? This one's a little lighter. Are you usually fashionably late or an early arriver? And again, I'm not talking about sex. Fashionably late or usually early to the party. Depends on for what. I know. True too. This is true too. I used to be very I like to get two things early. And you're back. Every path I've taken had led me here. Yeah, if anything, I would leave letters to my future self to stay the course. Oh, Ernie, I like that, right? Instead of telling your future self, like, don't do, yeah, I don't know that I would tell my future self, like, my future self? Wait, me being the future, whichever self. I don't think I would tell myself, like, don't do A, B, and C, but yeah, I like that. Like, stay the course. You'll be okay. Like, even going through things that you feel like are bringing you down to your knees, you're going to be okay and get through it. I like that. Late often, okay. Early, unless I'm waiting on Mike. Dave says usually early. Work always early. Parties fashionably late. Work otherwise definitely early, but personal life maybe a little late, and you're usually early. Amanda, there you are, my dear. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. I would say before kids, I liked to be an early person to things. I think part of that, to be honest with you, had to do with a little bit of anxiety about getting places late and walking into like a filled room with people. And the thought of like me walking into that would make me a little nervous. But now with the kids, it's just sort of like, son of a mama. Like we're always on kid time. We're always running late. And that drives me nuts, especially if we're going to somebody's house when they're like, oh, the barbecue starts at 3. I know we don't necessarily have to be there at 3, but like if we're not, I get like, guys, come on, people are waiting on us. Food is there. I don't want to miss out. But yeah, we're usually late. If it's just me though, I'm an earlier person. I could be there earlier. But yeah, with kids in tow, forget it. It's a whole other thing. Amanda, how are you? Did you wind up going straight home? Excuse me, just water, I promise. Did you wind up going straight home after our bike ride? Or did you continue? Hey Amanda. Dave says, so you guys are usually out of the house like a herd of turtles. Yes. Herd of turtles or sloths. Did I say that correctly? Sloths. It's just a weird word. Sloths. Mom says Mike will say barbecue if food is I know. Late AF, yep. CPT. What's CPT? Should I know what that means? Children P time? Children. I don't know what CPT means. Yes, Dave. Amanda says, no, I went home. By the time I got home, I did 10.5 miles. Nice. I worked out again this afternoon. Good for you, girlfriend. Is a food. No, I know it's a food. Yes, I know Mike says that that's a food, but he's wrong. Barbecue is not a food. It's something you do. Wait, I need to go back. Okay, so Tanisha says late AF. I know what that means as, but what does CPT mean? I'm afraid of her answer. I know, Tanisha, I'm afraid too. What does CPT mean? Oh, Mike's telling me.
It's not too PC, babe. It's pretty funny.
It's not too.
Tanisha's allowed to say.
Okay.
Get it now?
I don't, but.
Oh, really?
Colored people time. Mike just yelled down, it's not too PC, but Tanisha can say it if she wants. Okay. I've never heard of that. Is that like a stereotype, Tanish? That's hysterical. See, I'm learning something new every day. I will know not to say that, but wait, I'm afraid of her answer. Mike, whenever I take a road trip with my girlfriend, we always say we're off like a herd of turtles. I love that. I'm going to absolutely use that now. Ernie. Yes. Oh, Tanisha. I'm telling you. You just broaden my education all the time, girlfriend. All of the time. Okay. Would you rather, what does this say? Would you rather be naked in Antarctica or in a snowsuit in the Sahara Desert? What? These questions, but I just pull them because they're random and they're weird. And I like the answers you guys come up with. That's great. Herd of turtles. Yeah, I want like a shirt that actually says that. Herd of turtles. And like turtles. A snowsuit. You'd rather be in a snowsuit in the Sahara Desert. Yeah, it's so funny. Sometimes when I write these down, I think about it I try not to think of my answer too much because I want to like just do it in real time with you guys. But a snowsuit, of course, in the desert. Yeah. Rob! What's up, Rob? Tanisha's here, Rob. And Tanisha, Rob is here. Snowsuit, you could just take that off. See, you can take that off. That's what I was thinking. But I'm also thinking that if you take off a snowsuit in the Sahara Desert, your heebies and jeebies and all that are going to get burned, right? But then if you're in Antarctica without a snowsuit, and you're just out there for the world to see, you have no protection. So maybe I would go snowsuit too. And then if I got too hot, I would take it off and just like hold it up against the sun rays. I don't know what I do. I don't know. Snowsuit, Lisa says. Ernie says naked anywhere. Right, but would you rather freeze your ninnies off in Antarctica or just go to the desert and whoosh, pull off the snowsuit? I think snowsuit. Penguins don't want to see me naked. Hey, Tanisha, is Rob Gus? Huh? Hey, Rob. Rob, was that your nickname? Gus? Tanisha. All right, the question was, would you rather be naked in Antarctica and like freeze your ass off or be in the Sahara Desert with a snowsuit on? I'm thinking Sahara Desert with the snowsuit. I could take it off when you're too hot and shield yourself from the rays of the sun. But if you start off naked in Antarctica, you have nothing to protect you against the elements, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like either way, here's the thing, as if this is really going to happen. But either way, I think you're going to wind up naked because you're going to be too hot in the snowsuit and you're already naked in Antarctica. So why not just be naked where it's hot and then use the snowsuit as protection? That's where I'm going with. Possible death in either situation. Yeah. So the real question is, how would you rather die? Exactly. Right. I think, yeah. So if you put it that way, I would say I'd go definitely with the desert, right? Because at least then you have the option of maybe falling to your death covered rather than being like stark naked in Antarctica. I don't know. This is bizarre. Funny, Rob. Rob, I never knew you were are you two B's in real life or are you just two B's on YouTube? Because isn't it short for Robert? And then are you double B in Robert? Or are you just being cool with the double B's on here? With a shred of dignity. That's what I'm thinking, Dave, right? Have some dignity, a little dignity and respect in your final hours and just cover yourself up. The first B is silent. Right. So we wouldn't necessarily say Rob, Baba. It'd just be like Rob. But I didn't know. I didn't know. I love you, Rob. Jack says it's not even the naked thing, but the body temperature. True. Oh, wait a minute. My cousin Joey, I think. Hold on one second. Sorry. Excuse me for a sec. Oh, no, that isn't my cousin Joey. That's Riley's teacher. My cousin Joey, you said you'd be here. Where are you? It's not even the naked, right? All right. Would I rather freeze to death or sweat? Oh, I know. Okay, so here's the other thing. I feel like freezing to death would be really painful. Where sweating to death, like I feel like you would just start hallucinating and then you would just pass out, right? You would just pass out. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm sure it'd be painful too, but again, snowsuit for coverage of the rays, then you would start sweating so much that you'd pass out and you'd be done. But in Antarctica, everything would freeze. Like yep, desert. There you are. Oh, that's right. Okay. I'm sorry. You don't have to participate. I forgot the rule that you were just going to kind of watch. I'm sorry, Joe. You're laughing in your backyard. Well, you need to text me later and give me all your answers to this. So happy you called me yesterday. I just have to share with you guys, and then I'm going to go on with the rest of my ridiculous questions. Freezing to death, you would pass out too. True, Rob, you would. But before you pass out, I'm thinking like the tips of your fingers are turning blue and purple, and you're like chattering so much you'd probably bite your tongue off. And forget about the private parts. Those are just like freezing off and like just okay. Jack said, but if you sweat so much and soak the snowsuit, you'd have fluids to keep you hydrated. Nasty, but you could survive longer. That's beyond disgusting. Yeah, you would sweat out all your disgustingness into your sweatsuit and then what? Wring it out? Listen, what are we, animals here? Mike says, but Rob, it would hurt first. True. Unless I had a couple of drinks before. Well, now you're creating scenarios that didn't exist in the question. Now you're creating like extra things here. Sure, if I had a couple of drinks in me, then maybe I'd go to Antarctica because when I drink, my face gets all red and my whole body is hot. So then perhaps I'd survive in Antarctica because a few drinks in me on the Sahara Desert, I'd be vomiting. And who the heck wants to go like that? Dear Lord. But okay, really quick, I have to share. I have this cousin who, when I was little, we were super close. We'd have like sleepovers and we would go hunting for ET in his wooded area. And, you get older. And I think I actually discussed this earlier in my life, but you get older and you have families and you move and you grow apart, not because anybody does anything, but just because. And the other day he had called me and he texted me and called me. And then yesterday we finally wound up speaking and he had said, I've been thinking about you and thinking I want to call you. And I realized, why not just call? And I love that so much because I've done it so many times. Like you think of somebody and you're like, oh, I'd really like to talk to them. And you never pick up the phone and call. And then more time passes. And we had such a great conversation. And now my cousin is watching. And I love that. I love reconnecting with people. So we need to stay connected. I love that. Wait, right? Drink and sweat. Okay. Dave says, I find if I have to drink too much, then I go out in the cold, I puke. Really? In the cold sea? Well, actually, I don't even know why I'm saying this as if I have like a great reference. I often don't drink a lot, but the times where I've been sick, well, that doesn't help either because I normally, when I was younger, would really only drink in the summer. So I don't know. I'd probably throw up either way if I went beyond my two drink limit. Yes, thank you for the visual, Dave. Rob said 3 shots of whiskey and I could walk through the continent ass naked. Now I have that visual in my head of my friend Rob, who's like 7'3", walking through the continent naked. Tanisha said, oh, it's been confirmed. Rob is Gus. What does that mean? Tanisha, you're speaking in code that I don't understand. Is Gus another thing that I should not say? Or is Gus a person that you used to call Rob at work? And I just don't know. I like Rob's solution. I know it is a good solution. It is. Who and what is Gus? I don't know. Tanisha has given you this alternative identity. I have the same thoughts. I'd use clothes to drink sweat. You guys are disgusting. You are disgusting. Listen, you know what? If I'm like dehydrated, maybe. But I feel like y'all would sit there and like pee on your clothes and just like wring it out and be like, what? That's so gross. My mom says you're a funny drunk, but you always get sick. I know. Like I'm literally, and I've discussed this before. I am literally your 2-drink girl. Like that's it. I'm a cheap date, 2 glasses of wine, and I feel it. 2 beers, done. My sister-in-law had something really good, Moscato. Am I saying that right? Moscato. I'm like I like the fruity wines. I'm not a red wine drinker. I like the white wines that are a little fruity. It was so good. So good. Tanisha said I had the same. Oh yeah, no, I don't want to read that comment again because that is so nasty. Okay, how about this one, guys? Do you usually speak what's on your mind, or do you tend to just sit back and watch the shit show happen that people usually create by speaking what's on their mind? Mom, don't even get me started. You know I can't say that word. I've tried it many a times and I can't say it. I don't know why. In my head, Erica, why do I always slap myself? It's like a big old reunion here from work. We have Rob, we have Tanisha, we have Erica. I love it. Yes, Erica, your face does speak your mind, if that's what you're referring to. Yes, 100% yes. Tanisha says, LMAO. I couldn't remember Rob's name and called him Gus. Oh, and Erica, Scott, and Al, and Dari know who I mean when I say Gus. Ooh, I want to know who you mean when you say Gus. Hey, Erica. Hey. I sit. You sit and watch, huh? All right. Ernie says, I've met a lot of Gus people. Most are positively memorable. Do you know, I don't think I've ever met a Gus. Have I ever met somebody named Gus? I mean, not that it's a bad name, but is that short for, I feel like it's short for something, right? Like, does anybody give birth, like, here's your baby, Gus. I feel like it's short for something. I don't know. I don't know who or what. Erica says, hey, Tanisha. And what is it? Mike agreed, Dave, I'd sit back and observe. Muriel says she'd sit and watch. Erica said she's Tanisha and she can't remember anyone's name. So it was Gus when I said, gotcha. Yeah, but I know. But I feel like there's somebody named Gus that she knows. Tanisha says, I'm going to watch the shit show and call company over to help me watch. You're like popping popcorn and just sitting back and watching. I've worked for a few guys named Gus. Yeah, that's true. You have. But Mike, sometimes my filter short circuits. Yeah. See, so with me, I used to definitely be a sit back and watch. And then somewhere along the line, I don't know when, the switch sort of flipped. And now I'm definitely I speak what's on my mind. And sometimes I forget to clean out the filter and just everything comes out. If you couldn't tell. Like, especially if it's something where I'm like, that's not okay. Like, I tend to just like bark it out. Sometimes I get myself in a little bit of trouble. Sometimes I wish I would have paused before I said certain things, but I'm always coming from a good place. Usually. Yeah, have now. Yep. Wait, Mom says I always say what's on my mind and then I get myself in trouble. That's where I get it from. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Right there. The woman who gave birth to me just admitted. Gustavo. Greek, right? Isn't Gustavo like, I feel like Gus is a Greek. I feel like I went to school with a guy who was Greek named Gus. A Greek guy, Gus. Get it. But right, Gustavo. But then that O is making me think Gustavo. Like Gustavo. Is that, no, that's not Italian. I don't know what I'm trying to do with that. Yes, it's Greek. Okay, Gustavo. I said, and then, listen, I'm not putting down the name. If any of y'all have like a Gus in your family, but I just can't imagine, like, again, here's your baby, and then Gustavo. But I'm not Greek, and I don't mean to put anybody's name down. Let me not get myself in trouble. I mean, after all, my parents named me Brianne and spelled it in a way that no one knows how to spell my name because they completely ignored the I before E rule. But that's okay. Jax, a lot of Greeks in diners are Gus. That's true. That's true. I do. You know what? Now that you say that, growing up, there were some Greek diners near me, and I feel like there was always a Gus that like headed it up. Tanisha says, I love how everyone has jumped on the flag. Wait, on the flag. Y'all are welcome. And the flag is tan. Wait, what? What is happening? Tanisha, I always need a translator. When you put stuff out there, I'm like, what am I reading? Like on the Gus train? Wait, on the flag? I need help. Jack says Greek. Yes. Dave says, I once worked with a guy whose nickname was Gus. Brienne is so much better than what we were going to name you. No, you were going to name me Sabrina. And I know Sabrina Travelina, I probably would have gotten made fun of my entire life. But I feel like there would have been a cute like nickname for Sabrina. Just say, but I like Brie. I'm not a big fan of Brienne, which is why I've nixed that. I apologize. But guys, do you see the way my parents spelled it? It looks normal to me, but no one have I ever met has ever spelled my name correctly because of that. Do you see that the E before I rule? They've completely disregarded and made up their own rule there, and it screws everybody up. Rob says, gasp, Erica. Eric J. Oh, Eric. Jax, my father's name is Constant. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Thank you. Because I knew in my head, I was thinking that there was another name for Gus. Jax, why didn't you say something earlier before I stuck my foot in my mouth and said Gus is an odd name? No offense to your dad, but I knew it went along with something completely different. Konstantinos. Am I saying that correctly? Probably not. Right? Konstantinos. Jackie, I didn't know you were Greek. Interesting. Right? Am I saying that? Konstantinos. But goes by Gus. Yes, yep. And I knew people named, whoa, lots of comments. I knew people named Konstantinos and went by Gus. I don't want to be Gus. You're Gus, Rob. From now on, you're Rob with the silent B and Gus. Greek with finger pointing at me, meaning I'm Greek. Ha ha ha, Rob. The nickname would have been Brie. For Sabrina, probably, Mom, you're right. I didn't even think about that. If you would have wound up naming me Sabrina, I was destined to just be Brie. Sabby? No, I don't like Sabby. Sad? Rena? No, definitely not Rena. Sounds like renal. That sounds like an ass. I want no part of that. Brie, there you go. Brianna is a very pretty name. Thank you, Muriel. Sit and watch, Lisa. Yep. LMAO, copy Rob, no longer Gus. No, you did it, Tanish. You made him Gus, but Brie, that makes you unique. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. That's cool that your name is spelled differently. Yes, it is, but oh, my name. But it was one of those things like growing up or even as an adult, I'm like, I want to see my name on a keychain or a mug. So stupid. Sorry, typo on the Gus train. Okay, I figured that out. I'm so sorry. I'm looking at it like, what? Yes, everybody did jump on the Gus train because that's where my lives go at times. No problem. Your dad's a jackass. Okay. I'm sorry I put down his name, though. Erica, we like to watch you stick your foot in your mouth. You know, I do that quite often. I do. But again, it always starts off from a good place. But does that matter? I don't know. Mike says, yes, Jax. That's so true, of course. Ernie says, Gus actually is slang for a person you meet once in a lifetime. Really? That I didn't know. Why? Why is it Gus? Like for a person you meet once in a lifetime. So now it changes meaning. Now Gus is like, I'm thinking somebody special, right? Like a good special, like I'm meeting you once in a lifetime. And how would you use that? Like use it in context. Would it be like, you're my Gus? Or that girl was so Gus, glad I'm not going to see her again. I don't know. I try so hard to use words that are cool. And I don't know why. Like I feel like once you get to a certain age, I don't like to think about a certain age, but once you get to a certain age, there's no reason to really try anymore, right? Like one day I tried shook. I was so shook. And I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not using shook. I can't. Bye, Felicia. Okay, Karen. Spilling the tea. Like, I can't pull any of those out without laughing at myself. Where am I? I could never spell. That's true. Either can I. So perhaps my name is actually just a spelling typo. That's okay. But my question was, why Gus? I know. I don't know, Rob. Jackie says, I'm Greek and Italian. Yes, you're saying it correct. Okay, good. Now I have a train. You do, Rob. See what happens when you come up to the party? When it's you and Tanisha and Erica and everybody else, now Rob has a train. You are the Gus train, Rob. Choo choo. And they get that choo choo. What is that song? Come on, ride the train and ride it. Choo choo. Come on, ride the Gus train. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. And I don't like trains either. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, Tanisha, I was pulling out. Sorry. Rob, I don't know. It was the first and third letter that came to my mind. What are you saying? Rob is forever going to be Gus now in my head. I love it. Jack says, my niece, Sandra, Chandra, had the same problem. Never finds anything with her name on it. Yes. You miss the FCA coworkers. I know, Lisa, that's what you just come on here and you get half of them right here. Everyone from the FCA. Jack said, I'll tell you about my father being a jackass next time I see you. Cha-cha. Okay, so cha. Chandra. Tanisha says, you sounded like Gretchen from Mean Girls trying to make so fetch a thing. Yeah, I can't. And I don't even know what fetch means. Is that another thing? A while ago during live, I made up my own word, flib. I think that's what it was. And I had some of my friends saying it. And it was like another word for like cool. Like, that's so flib. Oh, that shirt, flib, like that. And it didn't quite take off the way I thought it might. But in my circle, it did. But yeah, what shook? And then what is the other ones? Oh, I have a cousin who always says queen. She'll be like, queen. She'll call me up, Queenie. And I'm like, hey, queen. I'm like, I can't do it back. I just feel weird. I have a hard enough time with like common English language. And then you throw in slang that I'm like, I'm not sure I'm using. Like, it took me forever to understand what, RFL, rolling. Like LMFAO, but with an R. There's an R. Half these things, I don't even know what they mean. Chandra. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Most designers are Greek. Okay. Rob says, Bree, making up slang is the funniest thing ever. I think flib should be a word. Come on, flib. Wasn't it flib something? Was it flib something? That's flib. No, it was just flib. Like, that's flib. Yeah, Amanda. ROL. No, ROFL. ROTFL. Rolling on the effing floor. No, no, there's no effing in there. Rolling on the floor laughing. Yeah, forever. I would see that and I'm like, I have no idea what that is. And then I had to look up, like in the Urban Dictionary, what does this mean? I had to do it with so many things because I'm like, who's Felicia? Why do we say goodbye to her? I don't really ever hear this in any like common conversation except for like on TV. Bye, Felicia. And I'm like, I don't even understand where that came from. And then somebody's like, oh, it came from a show. I'm like, I would laugh hearing somebody say that in like real life. I don't know. I have an 18-year-old niece. OMG, the words. Okay, wait, Jackie says ROFLMAO. Rolling on there needs to be a T. The floor, making ass on. I don't know what that even means. LMAOO. Mike, oh, she's breaking out flib. I'm just sticking with my word. Is that Amanda from FCA? No, different Amanda. I know we almost had like a full FCA party up in here. Tanisha says, no, Rob, that's not our Amanda. Yep, different Amanda. Jack says, I can imagine. I have a 19-year-old son and a 20-year-old girl that live here. I can't with some of the stuff they say. I know. Felicia is from the movie Friday. Really? But isn't Friday like an old movie? And isn't like Bye Felicia like only a year old? Or am I completely wrong on that? Has Bye Felicia been a thing forever? And I'm just so behind because I'm old now? Jack says Bye Felicia was from a movie. Yeah. All right. Tanisha says ROTFLMFAO, rolling on the floor like mommies for I don't know what any of it means. I got half of it. You know our girl, she's so flib. I know. Flib, man. It's flib. It's hysterical. Bye, Felicia. Rolling on the floor, laughing oh, is that what it is? ROFLMAO. I need a guide, like a book. Oh well, hello, Amanda, not from FCA. Ernie's just laughing. I do. I need like a cheat sheet, like a card to just help me with so many things. Jackie says Ice Cube. Ice Cube as in the actor / rapper? Was he in Friday? Do you know I've never seen Friday in its entirety? I've only seen like clips of it. Oh, what? Yes. But no. Bye Felicia is old? Wait a minute. What? What? And I really thought that was like a year old. And then Tanisha says, do you know what CTFU means? No. The short answer is no. Joey, it's from Straight Outta Compton. Really? Bye Felicia? Have people been saying this for years? Because I'm all joking aside, I truly thought that was something that came out last year. Was that was a saying from like a movie from forever ago? Did it just become the thing to say like a year ago? Please tell me I'm not stuck in like a time warp. And I mean, granted, there are so many more important things in life for me to understand, but I'm just like, meh. Dave says, rolling on the floor lap. Yeah. You need a chat lingo list. I do. Ernie says I'm dying over here at this vocabulary lesson. Me too. Dying of embarrassment. Jack says, yes, he was in those movies. Rob says, it's a new saying, but it originated from the Friday movie. Okay, can I be, my mom's like, next question. Can I be honest? I thought it came from like, you're going to laugh, but like one of those Real Housewives of like whatever county. I thought, and don't laugh at me, I thought one of the Real Housewives' name was Felicia. And then in one of the episodes, like Nene was like, bye, Felicia. And then it became a thing. But obviously, I'm so wrong. But that's truly where I thought it came from. Yes, next question. New as in the last couple of years, but it was first said in 95? No, not Straight Outta Compton. Shaking my head, LOL. Oh, Joey, Rob is calling you on your movie trivia knowledge. He's saying it's not Straight Outta Compton. It's Friday. I feel like now it says the movie's Friday from 1995. ROTFLMFAO, rolling on the floor, laughing my effing ass off. This is bananas. Like bananas. If you have to do cracking the fuck up. Yep, nope, didn't know any of this. People weren't saying it until 5 or 6 years ago. I truly thought this is a last year thing, guys. I'm not even kidding. I thought Bye Felicia was. What about the whole Karen thing? Mom, we are going to go to the next question. But since y'all are here, I am stirring. Bree is stirring the pot and spilling the tea. I don't know. I swear it was Straight Outta Compton, Joey. Joey, they're Google checking. They're fact checking here. They're saying Karen is new. Okay, I think Karen is from Tiger King. Real? There was a Karen on Tiger King? So Karen, Ice Cube's character says it right. Maybe it's something that appeared in both movies, y'all. Maybe. Now I need to Google fact check this now. Okay, but now the whole Karen thing. Is this because there was somebody named Karen, okay, on Tiger King, perhaps? Is it that? I didn't realize Karen was that new. And now Karen is a thing. I think I got this. Like somebody who like complains about things going on. You had to Google Karen recently. Yeah. Is that what it is? Like the person who calls the cops when people are like lighting fireworks or is like, get off my lawn, kids. Like, is that what a Karen is? Or am I again totally off the mark on that? And how do you use that? Do you say, stop being such a Karen or, oh, so and so down the block? Karen, like, how do you even, I don't even know how to use this. Kind of. If anyone could use it in context in a sentence, that would be great. Because again, I'm never pulling this off. I know where my limits are, but I am just curious on that. Okay. Holy bananas. Next question, but definitely answer that. It's an adjective. Okay. Google says entitled or demanding. It's an adjective. Okay. Jesus Christ, LOL. Karen is someone who calls the cops on Black people for doing something regular, like breathing. Oh, you're right. Like, don't be such a Karen. Okay, so Karens could be racist. Is that what you're saying, Rob? But a Karen could also just be Karen is definitely. Oh, it's not from Tiger King. See? We need to do a lot of Google check facting here. Fact checking. Yeah, Amanda says Karen is always someone who wants to speak to a manager. I love that. So could somebody say, wait, Tanisha says again, Karens are people who call cops on Black people for petty things. So would the sentence be like, Bree, I'm going to use myself, Bree, stop being such a Karen, demanding to speak to the manager because there's hair in your food. Like, am I a Karen because I return food when there's hair in it? Am I being a Karen? Oh, Tiger King is Carol. There you go. Survey says, ding. I love you guys. Oh, you know what? This is a perfect time to plug something because there's a bunch of people bunch of people here who know my friend Al, who's friends with a bunch of people here. Tomorrow night on Insta, look at me being on Insta on the gram. I don't know if the gram is a thing, but I know people say Insta. But on my Insta, Just Breezy, Al is going to be splitting the screen with me, like I did with my friend Heather the other night. And we're just having like a raw, honest, open conversation on racism. I know, joyous topic, but I want to continue the conversation. My friend Al and I have had a few really like profound, heartbreaking, but awesome conversations on the phone and through FaceTime over the past couple of weeks. And I asked him if he would do a split screen live with me because, when we talk about not having a filter with things, there are many times I have asked him questions because I truly don't know. And I'm like, all right, no filter. Can you just tell me what this means? Or is this the right way to go about something? And we're just going to chat it up. And I would love if all of you all here tomorrow night, if you have nothing going on at 8:00 on Instagram, Just Breezy, check it out because he's a really cool guy and he's pretty smart. Pretty smart. He's a smart guy. Okay. Ernie says Karen is a meme from Black Twitter. Wait, what? From a Reddit post where a guy used a username, F you, Karen. She was his ex and called the cops on Blacks. Oh my gosh. Hold on one second. Tanisha sent me a text of, what the hell is her name? Kate. She looks like Kate +8 woman. Like that's who a Karen would be. I can't. So wait a minute. Okay, now I have another. Damn, I have another question now. Ernie, there's a Black Twitter? What does that mean? A meme from Black Twitter. I mean, it sounds obvious what that would. I didn't know there was a black Twitter. I have so many questions. No, then you're just being a dumbass. Right. You're being a dumbass, not even just a Karen. You're just a dumbass. Mike says, wait, no. Mike says, now I've been told that the coolest kids now say IG. Just heard that the other day. Oh, so come on over to my IG. I can't even pull that. I could barely pull off Insta. I'll probably have to stick with Instagram because I'll be like, I'm going live over on IG tonight. That's dumb. I'm sorry. IG just seems like it takes more effort than Insta. I like Insta. Muriel says, I'm on Instagram and like to join you, Bree, but do not have the proper setup for it. What you mean? If you're on Instagram, you just have to, like where it says search, put in just Breizy and you start following me. And then you'll be able to see it. Black community on Twitter. Black community on Twitter. So is it a separate Twitter or is it Twitter, but like, oh, I have so many questions. I just want to know. Rob says, oh, here we go. My cool kids actually say the gram. You did. You can't find it. Oh, okay. That's weird. I'll have to check my set. I mean, I'm definitely not private because anybody could find me on there. That's odd. I'll check again though. You know what I could do, Muriel? I'll look for you and then I can like follow you and then you follow me in return. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pick my nose. My nose is just super itchy. Guys, I'm getting a total education here tonight on things that I had no idea actually existed. And I love that. Jack said, I just found your Insta. Good. No, it's just a saying, really. Same app. Oh, okay. Not a pick. It was a scratch. Thank you, Dave. I'm glad you realized that, right? Because a pick would really be more like intentional in a certain area. And this is just like a scratch. So thank you for noticing. But yeah, guys, if any of you are on, if you're not on the gram, on Insta, IG, it's super easy. And then you can find me, just Breizy. Mike says, no, Rob, I was just told today. Oh, that's old. Now they say IG, but what do I know? I'm old. Yeah, my husband is old. Who told you that, Miguel? A youngin'? I'm sorry, I keep twirling this piece because it's just bothering me. There we go. Okay. IG. That's dumb. It's dumb. I like Insta and I like the gram better, but who am I? Okay. Ooh. Would you rather be stuck for 2 hours on a ski lift or stuck in an elevator for 2 hours? That's lovely. Oh, I haven't seen Justine in front. Justine would know. Justine would know. She's kind of like in the know, I feel like. Ski lift, yeah. Yeah. I would say ski lift too. Not really an elevator? Really? Is this because you guys are afraid of heights? Because I'm not a big fan of heights, but I feel like if I was stuck in an elevator, I would automatically go into anxiety mode that the elevator is going to drop and I'm going to plummet to my death. Isn't that lovely? Dave, just noticed your Seinfeld reference. Oh, the not a pick, it was a scratch. That sounds like a Seinfeld reference. Jack said, that's a rough one because I'm afraid of heights, but I think a ski lift. Yeah, me too. Does not ski. Either do I. But if someone said to me, you needed to pick, you survive. Oh, that's a good question, Rob. Yeah, you definitely survive. So there's no death in this one. The end point is you survive. Are you going to spend 2 hours stuck on a ski lift or stuck in an elevator? I'm still going ski lift because I would still panic thinking that the elevator, although we survive, is going to drop. Because that's what happens in every series, right? Like ER, does anybody watch ER? No, ER isn't even a thing. Grey's Anatomy, Chicago Fire, like all that. Whenever people are stuck in an elevator, that thing falls. What's the question, Lisa? Would you rather be stuck on a ski lift or an elevator for 2 hours? If you had to pick, because these things happen in life, somebody might come up to you and be like, 2 hours, where are you going? Rob says, because if we do elevator, then a big ass loss. A big ass lawsuit to follow. That's true. That's actually a great question, Rob. Yeah. No. You definitely survive. Maybe some injuries. You know what? We'll throw some injuries in there so that there is reason for a lawsuit. Um, yeah. Hey, everybody. Sorry I had to skip out for a bit. Ed, I'm hurt. It hurts my heart. Ed, we're on a really serious question here. If you had to be stuck for 2 hours, would you rather be stuck on a ski lift or in an elevator? I'm just asking because you don't know when this could happen. I'm going ski lift because elevator, I feel like I'm in a coffin in a box. Doesn't ski either. Doesn't matter, Jackie. I don't ski at all. But you could find yourself in a ski lift somehow. It just could happen. Rob, lawsuit either way. This is true. I need $1 million per floor for emotional distress. There you go. Chicago Fire. Always happens. Chicago Fire. Good show. I love Chicago Fire. I'm behind, I believe, because I'm watching it on demand. So I have to catch up. Such a good show. You missed a lot, Ed. Seriously, Ed. I was getting educated on slang and you missed it. Mike says, oh, okay. Ski lift. It is really cold. Oh, is it really cold? And are we dressed warm enough? Remember, I'm old and I don't want to be frozen. This is true. I'm thinking if you're on a ski lift, you're appropriately dressed. Yes, you're appropriately dressed. Ernie's giving me the rundown. Thanks, Sharon. Of all the nonsense that is going on. Dave says, but the ski lift could snap loose. Yes, but then you fall into powdery snow, which I'm sure from a height maybe isn't powdery. Maybe it's ice, and maybe your entire body breaks into pieces. You're right. But I think before that would happen, I would feel better being like open, airiness, instead of like box in an elevator. I don't know now. Jack says, I watch all the Chicago shows. Fire, PD, Med. Yeah, I do. Chicago Fire. Chicago PD, I'm really hot and cold on. My dad loves that. And Chicago Med, I've never seen. Ed says, kind of lost right now, though. You're kind of lost. Ed, let me bring you up to speed. We're doing really in-depth questions like usual. And the question was, if you had to be stuck on something for 2 hours, would you rather be stuck in an elevator or a ski lift? And we're really trying to break this down. Neither way are you going to plummet to your death. You could have some injuries, but you had to be stuck on one or the other. I'm going ski lift because I would panic in an elevator. Jack says, I got a good one for you. In the Dark. That's a good show. 2nd season right now. Is that on Netflix? I never heard of it. Dave, she said no death. No death. At least an elevator has a break. Yeah, I'm still going on the ski lift. Depends on the building. Stuck in an elevator at a library probably wouldn't be that bad. Maybe, Mike, let me have my irrational fears. Seriously, Mike, ski lift will stop when it hits the ground. Oh, gosh. See, has anybody in real life ever been stuck in an elevator? By the way, let me just tell you, and you guys could attest to this, at work, okay, I'm not really at work anymore, even before quarantine, but in our main building, there is an elevator that has probably been there since 1947. And anytime you get on this elevator, I'm not kidding, you're just like, please, dear Lord, let me make it up a flight, to the point where I just started taking the stairs. I'm not getting in that elevator anymore. It's terrible. But has anybody? I'm so curious. Sorry, bud. Tanisha says, wait, would it be like the movie Devil? I don't know. That sounds terrible, though. Good to hear that you guys like NBC shows. Might help me keep my job. This is true. Amanda says, yes, it's horrible. How long were you stuck in an elevator? So will an elevator stop? Crap. Yeah, you're stuck on the elevator and it stops. But theoretically, it could snap and you could plummet. Again, no death, just injuries. Oh, God, I would hate that feeling, that free fall feeling. For like 2 minutes, Scott came and rescued me. Was it in the FCA? Probably not, right? Because that elevator is like at least decent. On the other side, it is freaking terrible. Ernie says, is now the time to say I'm claustrophobic? Yep. Yeah, I would not do well. The title said this was a party. Yes, Ed, this is how we party. We talk about being stuck in boxes and plummeting to our death. Woo! Amanda said it happened at work. It was the service elevator and it's super cold. Oh, old, and you just want to make sure you have your phone on you constantly in the event that you get stuck. Ah, that's terrible. Sorry, wrong. No, it's okay, Ed. You could be falling asleep, Ed. That's fine. Rob Hayward says it was the FCA. Really, 1 week the elevator was a little wacky. I worked at the rehabilitation center and it was stuck between floors. We just had to wait for help. It took like an hour. Dear Lord, I had a car elevator full of residents with me. Oh, shenanigans. Yeah, I have to tell you, I always was a little nervous depending on who I was with. Where we worked with adults that had some stuff going on, developmental disabilities. In all seriousness, no joking, sometimes getting in an elevator, depending on who you're with, you're just like, okay, open. They make car elevators. Yeah, I saw that too. Who said that? Tanisha. I worked it was stuck between floors. No, somebody said something about a car. I had a car elevator with I don't know what that means. Yeah, what is a car elevator? What? Ooh, how about this one, guys? I'm curious. Would you guys rather, got stuck on Ed says, got stuck on an aircraft elevator once while at sea. Took a while to get that fixed. An aircraft elevator while you're at sea. So everything in that sentence doesn't make any sense to me. So aircraft, I'm picturing up in the air, up in the sky. Elevator, I'm picturing in a building, but now you're at sea. So I need you to break that down. An aircraft elevator at sea. What? Just tell me what that is. Yeah, the car elevator is definitely a Tesla model. Yeah, the car elevator is definitely a Tesla model. Yeah, something new. And Ernie, I was so reaching. I'm picturing a floating runway, right? Ed, you're going to have to fill me in on that. Fill us in on that. Joey says, just grab a pad eye and hold on. What's a pad eye? Is this all service talk? My cousin Joe is in the service and Ed was in the service. Thank you both for your service. Very much so. No joking. Rob says aircraft elevator is also by Tesla. There's so many things that I have to Google after this. Felicia, Friday, Compton, aircraft elevators. There's so much. Karen got stuck on an elevator once, took over an hour to get rescued. That's terrible. But I still want to know what the other what is happening? Other elevator is. Rob says, I just looked it up. Tesla makes elevator microwaves that you can drive on water. What? Joseph knows. Yes. My cousin Joe would know. I still want to know what a pad eye is. Next video, babe. Seriously, I'm going to have to make a video. It's going to be just a rant, like things I've learned while doing live and just show them. Rob, you're a fool. Rob, you're a fool. Okay, here's one. Which one do I want to go with first? This is an interesting party question. Wait, when is the cooking video coming out? I know. My mom says, good night, everyone. And Gus, love you more, Brie. I'm tired. Go to sleep, Mom. Stop listening to Rob. Go to bed, Mommy. All right, I have one more. I didn't realize how late it was. I have one more question. All right, guys. Do you want to hear? Pick a number. 10, 12, or 14? 10, 12, or 14. Just pick a number. Oh my God, I don't like that. I don't like that one either. That elevator. No, that elevator at work is freaking terrible. 10, 12, or 14? Pick a number because that's going to be the last question of the night. It's exciting. 14. Muriel says 14. Okay, 14 it is. Sorry, Amanda. We're too late. 14. Would you rather go on a cheap, inexpensive vacation with friends or your dream lavish vacation with strangers? Oh, a cheap, inexpensive vacation with friends or your dream lavish vacation with strangers? This is another one of those questions. Yeah, my first inclination is to say a cheap vacation with friends because we would just make it awesome. We would make it awesome, but there's something very appealing, and it's not even like a lavish vacation. Excuse me. There's something very appealing to me about going on my dream vacation. I'd like to go with friends and family, but to go on my dream vacation with people I don't know, hopefully they're not like psychopaths, right? But what if they're like the coolest people you've ever met? And you get to do that on your dream vacation? That's pretty amazing. Oh, I don't know. Jack says, I don't have any friends to go on vacation with. Hello. I'm your friend, Jackie. Mira says, dream lavish vacation with strangers. Yep. Ed says, good night, Sharon. Tanisha says, friends. Rob says, cheap vacation with friends. We could all rent the elevator car to get around. You could. Dream vacation. Yeah, oh man, I would absolutely love to do like a fun vacation with my friends, 100%. But I think it would be really neat. I'm with you at least. Yeah. Oh, am I with you at least? No, you're not. No, you are without people you know. No spouse, none of that. Not saying I don't have friends, but we can never all get enough to. I know. No, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. Like, I feel like it would be a cool reality show, right? Like you meet up with strangers. It's kind of like the real world. You meet up with strangers and it's like, here you go. Y'all have the same dream vacation. So we're going to pay for it and you're just going to go and we're going to film you. Now I've turned it into like a Kardashian type of thing. Rob, chill, Rob. I can't. I love you guys. Oh, do not fall. I don't have the money for a new laptop. Oh, look. Do you see what my husband's doing here now? Do you see what he's doing? So first he inquired if he would be with me or if I would be with him. So to see what the situation is. Now he's saying, are we all single? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. All of you who are with somebody in a relationship, boom, you're all single. You're all single. So you're going with your friends or you're going with strangers. If could, I'd rather get friends together for a cheap vacation. Yeah. I mean, in reality, I would probably, if ever given the opportunity, I'd pick my friends. Oh, he is approaching couch territory. Huh? All single. Yeah. Ed, Mike's saying, like, if we're hypothetically going on vacation with a cheap vacation with friends or dream vacation with strangers, do we get to be single? I'm saying, yeah. For the hypothetical fun of it, I'm going on a dream vacation with singles, no, with people that are strangers, and I'm single. Start the party. Start the party. I'd probably be the first one to sleep every single night. No joke. Seriously. Oh my goodness. All right. I love you guys so much. Still a hard choice. It is a hard choice. I know it is. But Tanisha and Rob, and who else was here from the FCA? I know Erica. I don't think you're here anymore. But it was so good seeing like new faces that aren't normally here, new names and faces. My cousin Joe, thank you. Good night, y'all. Good night. But yeah, guys, tomorrow night, 8:00, Instagram. Join me and Alfred for a really good convo. It's going to be good. Tanisha says, but given the way I drink, I still choose friends. That way I know I can make it back alive. Oh, sorry to tell, but alive. Yes. Yeah, you do need to know that you have somebody that's going to like hold your hair back when you're and making sure you get home. This is true. All right. I'm out. Peace out, guys. See you on Instagram tomorrow. Thanks, Joe. Love you guys. Have a good night, my dears. Where's the thing? It's right here. All right. Bye, y'all.